what you do, and just help us to be more aware of that wonderful ministry.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ron, for giving me the opportunity to speak. Most people are familiar with a waterfront rescue mission through one of our 7 bargain centers. Most people shop there and go look for fun items for dress up or whatever, but I'd like to highlight the rescue services and recovery services that Waterfront offers. Since 1949, we've been an avenue for many people facing homelessness for a lot of different reasons: economic circumstances, mental illness, loss of job, addiction, or just simply poor choices. And that's where Waterfront comes into play. We've been serving the Gulf Coast area for many years and have developed exponentially through those years. They come to our doorstep, many broken, hopeless, homeless, and we meet them where they are. We look past these physical issues and we accept them, and we cater to their spiritual need first and foremost, as well as to their physical needs. The rescue services that Waterfront offers are located in Mobile, Fort Walton, and Pensacola. And Pensacola is our largest headquarters for that. And we provide overnight stay. We provide veterans assistance. We provide respite care. We provide overnight shelter for many in the area that are needing these services. The Bible says the poor will always be among us. Although we welcome the overnight guests, we're always striving towards transition, towards development, towards a life free of these, what we call life-dominating issues, or whatever they might be. Drugs and alcohol are just a highlight of that, but there are many underlying issues that men and women come to our facilities. So I'd like to just share a few facts and figures about how we serve in the local Gulf Coast area. Last year we had approximately, or accurately, here give or take, 97,787 nights of lodging. That's for men and women. There's a women's facility in Pensacola, but we have men's facilities in Pensacola, Fort Walton, and Mobile. Meals provided, approximately 287,000. Clothing pieces distributed, 11,684. Worship services held, 1,207. And if you came to Sunday service once a week, that would last you about 23 years. Or 23 services a week. Ron, giving 23 sermons a week, can you do that? But we have many help, lots of help through. I'm just one of the many chaplains that Waterfront has on board. Service attendance, about 72,000. We counsel them. I'll get to the recovery services in just a minute, but we do offer biblical counseling. That's about 20 hours a day throughout our area. Professions of faith, we recorded about 676 this past year. That's about 2 a day, about 13 per week. And we're always working on the discipleship from that point forward. Men transition to New Hope Home, about 122. So the rescue services are a vital part of our ministry, and the Bargain Center support that. But I'd like to talk more today about the recovery services. If someone's looking for a true life transformation, they first come through our doors. We serve them, we give them a hot meal, give them a place to stay. But if someone's truly broken, someone's truly ready to move forward with their life, and some are not, and we certainly serve them in that area, where we're always looking for people who are ready to move out of this life and become self-sufficient, independent back in society. We offer them the recovery services. So the rescue part is more of the overnight guests, and the recovery services are men who enter the first 3 phases of our sites at the Pensacola mission, Fort Walton Beach mission, and Mobile mission. And that's where their program starts. That's where their residential work therapy program starts. So for 3 months, they enter the Fort Walton Beach, Mobile, or Pensacola site, and we start working with them. We get them acclimated to our rules, and we get them adjusted to a life of submission and structure. It's the best solution we find for a life out of structure. And so they'll spend 3 months at the mission levels, and then if they qualify or don't do anything foolish, we advance them on to the New Hope home. That's where I work. That's in Gulf Breeze. All the mission sites, Fort Walton Beach, Mobile, and Pensacola, advance their men from the mission levels to New Hope home, where that's an extra 4 months of work recovery and biblical counseling and classes. At the mission level, they receive the Book of James class, the Gospel of John class, and when they advance to New Hope home, that's when their program really kicks off. That's the primary recovery part. For 3 months, they're just kind of getting off the street and getting their legs back under them. And then when they get to New Hope home, they get one-on-one counseling with their chaplain. I'm a chaplain with a band of brothers, and there's 4 chaplains there that have a band of brothers. And we see them through their freshman month, which is 1 month, sophomore month, junior month, and senior month. And I'm about to graduate 7 men next Friday who have come through the mission level and are about to graduate New Hope home. So all in all, it's a 7-month residential program. And we do, after that, offer them a transitional program called Career Development in Pensacola, where they can enter into the work track program through George Stone or other opportunities in the local area, or the school track program when they get involved with Pensacola State College and get certified HVAC or whatever their skills are. So you take some guy who comes broken and you pick him up, and for 7 months you treat them and you serve them and you love them and you witness to them and you give them the gospel and you give them the skills needed to be successful in their Christian life. And then they have the opportunity to advance into career development and become career-minded. It's an amazing service, and it's an amazing ministry that Waterfront offers. I'd like to share with you just a little bit about one of the men that came through the Mobile mission, then went on to New Hope, where I met him and counseled with him and gave him classes. And then he's at career development as we speak. His name's Johnny. He was in the U.S. Navy for 10 years. While he was married, he decided to leave the Navy and worked as a captain of a transporter boat. While out to sea, his wife and unborn child were murdered. Johnny lost hope. He was filled with rage, anger, bitterness, mad at God, mad at himself, mad at the man who killed his wife and child. He went back to work, but started using drugs and alcohol to numb the pain he was feeling. He couldn't do anything to fill that pain, so he continued to use drugs, trying to find that relief. While working, he failed a drug test and got fired from his job. After many months, Johnny was nearly homeless, barely living, barely surviving mentally, physically, spiritually. He took to the streets, had no home, no food, no friends, and found himself on the doorsteps of Mobile Mission. Johnny is now doing extremely well. He's at career development. He's pursuing a culinary arts degree, has learned to forgive, learned to love again, learned to trust, and learned to have peace with God. It's just an amazing story. We could go on and on about the countless stories. Many don't work out. Many come to the missions again. But there are some great success stories that come through our door, and we give everybody the opportunity to transform their life through Jesus Christ. So some of the services we offer, as I mentioned, the rescue services. Johnny was provided a hot meal, given some shelter, and then encouraged to advance himself through our recovery program. Made the journey through Waterfront, now is at career development, and is also singing in our choir that we have that men are in the program. So I'd like to just share ways to get involved if this is interesting to you. There are multiple ways you can get involved. First and foremost, begin to pray for the men and women. They're facing some extremely crisis-type moments in their life, and the enemy is always trying to get them to quit, to lose hope, to to go back to that lifestyle. So continue to pray for them. You and your family could coordinate a food drive. I'd love to speak with you about that. Financial contributions. We're always seeking that non-for-profit help that we survive on. Volunteering your time. You can serve at one of our bargain centers. You can serve at the missions, serving meal. I know that's a very popular way to volunteer that most people do. Thanksgiving and Christmas are a very big popular time to get involved, but there are 11 months other than Thanksgiving and Christmas, so there's multiple ways you can get involved throughout the year. So you can become a high-impact volunteer. You can work closely with one of our men or women, and that requires some background and some tutoring on what we're about. Shop the bargain centers. It's an affordable way to support waterfront rescue mission. Donate needed items. We're always looking for socks, clothing, personal hygiene items, especially when the weather gets cold. We're always needing anything. We have just huge numbers through the rain seasons and the cold seasons and even the hot seasons. So multiple ways you can get involved. And I'd like to meet with anybody that would like to talk about that after the service. I'll be in the foyer. Just remember, Jesus said, Matthew 25, I was a stranger and you invited me in. I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. I was naked and you clothed me. When do we see you do all these things? Jesus asked. Jesus answered them, whatever you've done to the least of these, you've done to me. So we work with the least of these, and we'd like to give you that opportunity too. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Well, thank you